Hi everyone, welcome back to the Data Crunch podcast. I'm Ievgen from Ovax and today I'm your host for this episode. Today I want to talk about something super important for any business in 2025. Different types of data. First party, second party, third party, and zero party data. And I've invited here our analytics solution assistant Ilya, who is joining me here today, and I hope he will help us unpack this all for you. How it's going, Ilya?
Hey again, I'm doing great and excited to simplify this topic for everyone.
Perfect. Let's start with the basics. Why should businesses, why should marketers care about these types of data? Oh, before we do that, guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button at the bottom and leave a comment down below because your engagement fuels our passion to record this Data Crunch podcast and create more content to help you master data and analytics. And if you're listening to us on the other platforms, hit that subscribe button as well and stay tuned for the next episodes. We'll launch them every Thursday. So, once again, why should businesses, why should marketers care about data, about first party, second party, third party, about zero party data?
That's a great question. Data helps businesses to understand their customers, create better experience, and make smarter decisions. Knowing the difference between data types helps to create a stronger business strategy and, not less importantly, to challenge currently privacy laws down the same road.
Oh, that's a great point. But let's try to dive a bit deeper into the first and the most one, first-party data.
Of course, let's start with the first-party data. So the first-party data is the most valuable because it comes directly from your business and customers. You collect it through the website, applications, social media, or surveys. It's accurate and reliable, and has to be the foundation for the further market strategy.
Can you give us some simple examples?
Sure, I'll give you the most common example. Customer purchase history. When they buy, what they buy, on what terms. For instance, the delivery address can be recognized as the location in the business data model. In addition, customer reviews and after-purchase feedback are also significant data inputs for completing this picture.
That sounds useful. And are there any challenges collecting that first-party data?
Today, the main challenge is being transparent in your relationships with the customer. In other words, to create a circle of trust. Businesses need to be honest about how they're going to use the customer's data and never fail this commitment. Customers, on the other hand, by accepting those rules, are voting to get better service, while the business are getting valuable growth insights.
It makes sense. But what if you want to learn more about potential customers outside of your audience, outside of those who already bought something from you?
Oh, that's where the second party data comes in. That's the type of data that someone else's first party data is shared and combined with yours, usually through the partnership terms. For example, travel agency might share insights with a hotel chain to combine the knowledge and help both businesses understand their customers better.
So, how do you use that second-party data effectively?
The key point, again, is trust. Partnerships should benefit both sides and be transparent. And there are tools like customer data platforms or CDPs that can help organize the use of data effectively.
That sounds good, but could you please provide us with some practical examples?
Sure, like another example is a fitness app might team up with a nutrition brand to share their data. This helps the customer to create personalized and co-branded offers for the customers.
That's a smart way to expand your reach. Like fitness app, nutrition brand, they always go together, right? Now, let's talk about the most debated type of data, third-party data. First, because browsers say they are going away. Plus, the third-party data often gets a bad reputation. But does it still have a role in marketing?
It does, but this role is shrinking. Third-party data comes from, let's say, brokers who collect data from many sources, like user agent. It's helpful for broad marketing insights or audience expansion, but it's less precise and harder to trust.
When saying brokers, you mean mostly browsers, yes? Safari, Chrome, Firefox, etc.
The front line is Safari. Apple has invested a lot in intelligence tracking prevention restrictions. Speaking about the last year, the rules of treating the browser cookie as a third party has changed 3 times. The common case for the marketers is Google Analytics tracker data is recognized as a third party collected. For a reason, of course, it's basically collected by a tool that is not owned by the business.
What are the downsides of relying on third-party data and basically relying on Google Analytics data?
Surely, today is the privacy. With regulated privacy laws like GDPR, relying too much on a third-party data can be risky. Like in marketing, in some cases, you lose up to 50% of user acquisition data. That's why many businesses today are focusing on the first-party data first.
So, what is then the future of the third-party data? Will they go away forever?
Well, it still be around with us, but in a limited way. Businesses are pushed to combine it with strong first-party strategies and the tools like OXBI streaming to collect those website interactions, to stay compliant and complete. I mean, in terms of data.
What makes tool like server-side GTM and OXBase streaming better when it comes to collecting data rather than relying on third-party browser cookies?
Firstly, I would like to add that providing the server-side tracking environment is a pattern for many technology partners today. Besides Google, OAuth, like Meta, which has recently launched their Signals Gateway. Secondly, answering your question briefly, those tools give businesses control over the tracking rules. If you want to own the cookie and make it countable as a first party, just set up the tracking from the business domain according to the rules and you have it. Today in 2025, there are many options to control your tracking, like from easy and cost-effective to enterprise designed.
Got it. Now, let's try to move to the newcomers everyone is excited about today, zero-party data. What's that?
I'm glad that you asked. Zero-party data is what customers are willingly share with you. It's proactive, like when you fill out the quiz, the service, or any kind of preference center. It's super accurate and aligns perfectly with the privacy regulations.
That sounds ideal, but as a marketer now, it's hard to collect that. People rarely share things about themselves and their preferences.
It can be because it's based on trust. I say this word a lot today, but it is what it is. So you need to offer something valuable in return, like personalized recommendations or a gift or something useful for free. For example, a fitness app might ask users about their workout preferences that can be used to create a custom workout plans.
And why don't you share with our listeners some tips for collecting more of the zero-party data so then it's utilized?
I would say make it fun and useful. Quizzes, surveys, loyalty programs, anything that matches your business goals, and always be clear about how you're going to use this data to improve users or customers' experience. It has to be valuable at first for users as well.
Great advice. This was super helpful. What are the key takeaways for our listeners from today's super short episode on first, second, third, and zero-party data?
To recap, first-party data is your go-to for accurate, reliable insights. That's easy. Second-party data helps you to expand your audience knowledge through the partnerships. Third-party data is still an issue, but needs to be used carefully today. However, it's still going to be a part of your aggregate level reporting, like impressions from the ad platforms. Zero-party data can be a part of user relation strategy. It's a privacy-friendly and customer-driven.
Awesome summary. And for those who want to dive deeper, what's the next step?
I would always start with an audit. What pieces of your data do you miss from the list? What pieces can help you grow? Check out the AWACS BI platform. You can get started for free right from the website awacs.com. We have plenty of tools to collect, organize, report, and analyze any type of your data that you own. The good news is 100% compliant with the privacy laws. Some of the tools are completely free, some of them are a little bit paid, some of them are easy to go, others require some technical help. Check out the AWACS BI platform. You can get started free right from the website awacs.com. We have plenty of tools to collect, organize, report, and analyze any type of data that you own. The good news is 100% compliant with the privacy laws. Some of the tools are completely free, some of them a little bit paid, some of them are easy to go, others require some technical setup. Just check it out yourself, and if you need any help, just ping us in the chat and you get an expert support.
I would like to add that we stand for data ownership as the right for all of the businesses, no matter how big you are or what's your expertise in handling data. You must own your data. That's the first step for any analytics or reporting. That's why we have recently announced a free way of collecting data into Google Sheets. Any data you want. We call it AWACS Data Connectors. And I'll leave a link in the description down below, and you can check it out, get your data, or you can participate in this open source movement that we've launched to empower anyone and everyone to own the data they need. So thank you, Ilya, for tuning in, and thanks to you guys for listening to us on whatever podcasting platform you are doing that right now. Don't forget to subscribe for more simple and actionable analytics tips that we prepare here. And until next time, keep exploring your data, stay curious, and happy analyzing.